Hello there. I'm Charles, legendary CNN Mabika. The National Sports Stadium is back. Yes, igodi lomdlalo welizwe. Yes, kugomba kweduko kwema Warriors edu kwavurwa zvakare. Wow, that is the game that we're bringing to you, the Casalaga PSL top match between hosts Maviravira Scotland taking on the Green Machine, Kepe Bora, Caps United. It promises to be quite something. And we've also got 5 other matches right around the country. We will keep you updated on that one. At Mandava, of course, FC Platinum, pure Platinum player, taking on the high-flying students. We will keep you updated. And elsewhere at Emagumeni, we will be talking about that later. But yesterday, Madame Buro, their run, Ngezi Platinum, their run, the unbeaten run, screeched to a halt by Dimpare, who beat them 2-1 yesterday. And Moors, of course, were held to a goalless draw by Hard Rock at Ngoni Stadium. But Kugomba! Scotland versus Caps United. That's the game that we got for you, and it promises to have a lot of fireworks. And let's welcome once again our 2 specialists from ZBC TV Sports, our experts, 2 of our experts. First, let's say hello to Werder Bremen, fanatical follower from the Bundesliga. He is a man we call Uche here at ZBC Pockets Hill. Let's say hello to Achiford Mundaba. Uche.
My pleasure, and thank you, legendary. And to Zimbabwe, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching us on the global village.
Right. Sitting alongside Uche, we also say yes, hello to fanatical Liverpool supporter. Vakadzinga Anisloti coach gavano coach wakadautora coach angari Bournemouth, if you didn't know. Let's say hello to the man we call Coach Bex. He is Bekim Pilonyoni. Coach Bex.
Good afternoon, CNN.
Right. Okay, let's get cracking. Already, who do you think will win today's encounter? Scotland? Caps United? Remember, Makepe, they don't have their head coach. Take sure, make sure. Coach Deco, take sure, he is away with the Warriors, of course, who won that 3rd place playoff game against India. We gave you that one, remember? We brought you that one yesterday. And congrats to the Warriors yet once again. Right, let's ask the experts. Uche, this is the mother of all battles.
Mother of all battles, legendary. And if you look at any stats, pros and cons for the 2 teams. If you look at Scotland, they have the best defense in the league. Their defense has been breached 6 times, well marshaled by Peter Mudua. Kevin Moyo has also been deployed today. And if you look at Caps United, they are joint 28 points. Though Hard Rock are on the top of the Premiership standings because of...
those are the standings, Uche.
And the game's also happening today, where Emagumeni, Islanders, BF, there's a game happening there. But what really matters is the one pitting Caps United, who are away to Scotland. First match at the National Sports Stadium.
Yes, of course, like I said, we will keep you updated on what will be happening there. ZPC Kariba was taking on the Gamecocks, Kawia Turu. And then Strugglers, the Wi-Fi boys, meeting Sporting Eagles, Agama. We'll keep you updated as well on what will be happening there, of course, at Emagumeni. Imposo, can the 3 points come today? They take on Strugglers, FC Hunters, the Clever Boys. So we got a total of 6 matches, and we will keep you updated on what will be happening there. So a full strength Scotland side coming up, I can say, yeah, against another a full strength Cape United side as well. But of course, in terms of star-studded, I mean, there's no team here that can untie the shoelaces of Scotland. They've got all the big names like Uchese Peter Mudua, there's Kevin Moyo, there's Knowledge Musona, the Smiling Assassin, his younger brother Walaza. They've got them all. And on the bench, Momo Kingsley Mureremba. On the bench, B. Mola, that's Emmanuel Ziwacha. On the bench, can you imagine those big names? So it will be up to the Green Machine to find out what will happen. Of course, they will be looking forward to Ishmael Wadi. He's there. We see in the starting lineup, Junior Bunjira has been thrust in the starting lineup by the assistant coach, who is, of course, Kabanana. That's Ian Bakala. So, Coach Bex, yes, in terms of, I mean, this is the most expensively assembled outfit in Zimbabwe. There's no doubt about it. So, Cape United know what they are up against. I can tell you that last season, these two teams shared wins in the two games that they met. Scotland won first at Rufaro 2-0. Then in the second game, Cape United won by 1-0. So, Cape United know they've got all to do here.
Yes, Cape United know they've got all to do, as they have indicated. And for Bakala, the second game which Cape United won last year, Bakala was the head coach. And coincidentally, today, he is the man who is calling the shots. Are we going to be seeing Bakala collecting 3 points like what happened? Unfortunately, that was against Ndraya, who has left Scotland. And this time it's against Norman Mapeza. It's not going to be an easy one, but when we look at the Cape United, you see they brought in Bunjira. Maybe what the idea is to try to have more pace, because I think if you look at the Scotland defense, they are experienced a bit slower in terms of pace. So bringing in the pace of Bunjira might help to cause, might cause a lot of problems with his crosses, especially his crosses will give them a lot of problems. I think that's the main idea. But definitely, Cape United, they will try their best. It's not going to be easy. And also, historically, this is the first game which has been played at National Sports Stadium after 5 years of renovation. And also on the administration.
Sorry to butt in, Coach Bex. There, as we see the hosts arriving, that's Maviravira, the defending champions. Well, they broke a 40-year-old record, 41 to be precise, by Black Rhinos, by becoming the second team after Rhinos, of course, as we see them disembarking. I was just talking about that record of winning the league title in your first year in the top flight. And
I think the mood itself, when you see us,
tells you a lot.
It tells you a lot. They are very confident that we are ready to make sure that the Scotland flag will be flying high and collect the 3 points. When I talked to their coach, Norman Mapeza, he indicated that out of the 6 games he has won, he has only won one game at home. That's worrying for him. 5 games away. So it's worrying. And if they win this game today, that means they'll be winning their second game at home.
Yeah. So it's very interesting. Very interesting. It's all set. It's all set. Maviravira, Scotland, the defending champions. Right now, they are number 4 on the log standings. In case you didn't know, some of you didn't know. On the top, Hard Rock. They drew yesterday. They're on the top, and then Cape United there as well. So Cape United in second place, and of course number 3 Angezi Platinum, and number 4 Scotland, number 5 Rentals, the students, and here they come. The Green Machine, kepe bora, ma kepe.
Yeah, Cape United are arriving there, and you can see also the morale seems to be high. And if you look at the way the coach is deploying them today, you will go for the traditional 3-5-2 formation which they've been using, with the Gurende Chiguida as well as Milanzi being at the back there. But you know what, Legendary, I tend to differ with the way our teams behave prior to kickoff, the singing and the letting, you lose energy. If you have watched the top leagues, be it the French Ligue 1, the Bundesliga, the Italian Serie A, or the EPL, the players will be quiet with their headphones on. I think it shows an element of concentration. Yes, you'll be boosting the morale, but my thought process is that you tend to I think to lose energy. Bex, what's the thought process?
But psychologically, you should show that we are ready to fight.
For the battle.
This is the African tradition. And you cannot run away from the African tradition. It's not only our teams only. When you look at the Cape United lineup, I think.
Right, sorry to butt in, Coach Bex, because we got carried away there. Right, it's that time when we transport you into the gaffer's minds. And first, we talked to Norman Mapeza, Muchina Wemajuzi, and then Ian Bakala Kabanana. Take a listen.
And I hope, we just continue from where we left when we played against Chicken. I don't have any feelings. I think I used to play here for several years, so it's good. They said I'm being opened now, but I can't say I've got any feelings. I'd rather talk about the game than what's going on here, but we are happy that the stadium is now open, and I hope our national team won't be traveling away from home to play international matches. There was no need for me to change the squad. The guys who played last weekend did very well. Maybe if there was any injuries, I was gonna change the squad. But for now, I'll just keep with the same team which played against Chicken. I think they did a good job for us.
First, it's so motivation. If the team is motivated, because if you look at the past, I think Cape United is known here. And which is, I think today it's going to be a very good game for us. Looking at, even if we are playing away, but it's our home ground. And looking at the preparations, I think players are ready and they're just focused for this game. We are looking at today's game. That is history, and we are just focused. I think we just have to get the 3 points. We are playing a good side, which is going to be an entertaining game. But for us, I think we are just focused for this game. We are not thinking of the past games we've played. We know what was wrong and what was right. But now the focus is just on this game for us to get the 3 points.
Right, you heard from Kabanana, you heard from Muchina Wemajuzi. It's all sucked up, it's all building up. I don't know how you're feeling at home. Who are you backing? Anyway, let's talk about right, okay, right, let's just have a look there as we take now the our crew was there earlier on. Of course, we were there quite early in the morning, and these are the warm-ups, and of course the host Maviravira and Uche. We did talk about this side. There's no argument, the most expensively assembled outfit in Zimbabwe football, and you've got all the big names there, and here they are.
Yeah, agreed, legendary. If you look at Scotland, player for player, position for position, they are miles ahead of Cape United. Look at, like you said earlier on, Mudua, that centre-back partnership with Kelvin Moyo, talk of Kama Billiard, as well as Knowledge Musona with his young brother Walter there. Yes, that's Musona there, doing the warm-up with Mutasa. The team has got the talent, and now they are playing as a cohesive unit. But again, this game is key for them because they're on 25 points. If they collected 3 points, they're on 28, same as Hard Rock, same as Cape United. Yeah. So this game is very crucial to them because they'll then keep pace with the pesetas Cape United and Hard Rock. But for Cape United, it's equally important because if they win, then they will be on 31 points. Then at least they will have some breathing space between them and the other chasing spec. So this game is crucial. But like you said, legendary, in terms of talent everywhere. Scotland beat in defense, midfield, as well as strike force. All departments are covered. Right. Yeah. So what is now important for Bakala is how he will deploy his troops. Scotland are employing a 4-5-1 formation with Knowledge Msona as the lone striker there. But you have a Kama Piliat as well as Mtokozi Simsebe coming in to buttress the offensive act, which can be difficult for a 3-5-2 formation if the three centre backs are not positionally disciplined. But the way Bakala has tried to stretch Scotland is having Junior Bunjira there, because Wadi thrives on speed on the left channel or on the right channel. So they will then have the width in terms of stretching Scotland. So we'll see how, if he will tactically outwit Norman Mapeza.
Right, and the Green Machine, Kepe Kepe Bora, Makepe Kepe, who last won the league title in 2016. It's been some time now, 8 years, eh? I'm sure the Caps United supporters would like to win something. 2016, that's the last time they won it. And if they win, they go top. They go 31 points. They won't be sharing the top like they're doing now with Hard Rock. They won't be. They will be. So, Coach Bex, we've got a huge game on our hands, or have we? Kepe Kepe Bora, they're warming up.
Yes, Caps United warming up. I think in defense, we have seen Chiguida and the Gurende. Gurende has been doing very well, and I'm sure they are the key players who are going to do a lot of trying to lock up the strike force of Scotland. Then in the midfield, they have got Richard Achiro, their kingsman in the midfield. Then Brett Amidu, in a quiet way, he's just one player who has done very well, and I'm hoping that he is going to do the same. Then they've got Chawanga Kawonga. Yes, those are the three key midfielders who have done extremely well, and as Archie has indicated, we have Bunjira on the right. We hope that he is going to be in form and try to make sure he does better. Wadi, we have known what he can do from the left, although his only weakness is he doesn't have a strong left foot. So every attack which he has is a bit on the slow side, because he will try to have the ball on the right. But if it is high balls, his headings are really good, and those are the key players. Then up front, they have got Takunda Benura. He's not disappointed. He's done well at Cape United. I think he's scored about 3 goals, and he has shown that he is really a striker. When opportunities comes, he can try to get goals.
Right. Okay, guys, quickly, before we cross over to the stadium, prediction, quickly.
1-0 to Cape United.
1-0 Kepe Kepe.
2-1 Scotland.
2-1 Scotland. So I'm going to have to go 1-1, draw 1-1, eh? Right, okay. So get ready, sit back, relax. Mavira, taking on Kepe Kepe Bora, the Green Machine, whichever way you want to do it. We are now joining our colleagues in the commentary box. We will be talking to you at halftime.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us here live at the National Sports Stadium. The reopening of this gigantic sporting infrastructure closed momentarily for rehabilitation in 2023 and now open for test trials on what becomes to be one of the major sporting events in Zimbabwe as it stands. It is the Kasolaga Premier League Matchday 15, where Scotland are playing at home against a team that has used this stadium for their entirety as their home team. This is the Caps United coming in here at the National Sports Stadium. It's promising to be exciting. It's promising to be a momentous occasion where fans have been allowed to get in and to witness what will become of this Matchday 15. My name is Tendai Span, and besides me is expert analyst Maxwell Mandizridze. And on your screens is the First Lady of Zimbabwe, just making her way through to her position as we wait to see also the teams coming out of the dugout. It's Scotland, the team that is currently sitting fourth, taking on Caps United, the team that is second. Only goal difference separates them from Hard Rock, who also share the same points with them with 28. And from what you're hearing, this is the fans, the 12th men, also enjoying and rising up in cheer and joy, celebrating these two teams. But I'll tell you something, fans are excited to see this traditional team that is Caps United walk in green and white, playing alongside a team that is fast rising, an ambitious side, so ambitious that they won the Kasolaga Premier League in the maiden season. But questions still linger. Are they going to do it since they're going to be playing in the CAF Champions League? Marks, what an occasion. What a good day for Zimbabwean football.
Yeah, it's a pleasant afternoon tonight, and it feels very good and very exciting to be here at the National Sports Stadium. And I would remember so many games that we played here with the national team as well during the qualification to the Africa Cup of Nations in 2017, 2019. And you can just see the fans enjoying the spaces as well. The bucket seats are in, and the environment looks very nice. And we'll be seeing one of the biggest games so far. And that will tell us a lot about the other games that are going to be coming in as we also build up towards the qualifications of the AFCON in 2027 from September going onwards.
Wow, it's quite exciting to see players lining up at the biggest sporting infrastructure in Zimbabwe. That is the National Sports Stadium. And alongside the First Lady of Zimbabwe is also the Deputy Sports Minister, Emily Josiah, and Honorable Sports Sakutwanya, and the Mayor of Harare as well. And they are here in attendance to witness what is going to be happening. So now we are going to be switching over to the national anthem to kick us underway.
Thank you.
And that, football fans, as the Zimbabwe national anthem sang with so much passion, as everyone is so expectant of what is to become of match day number 15 here in the capital. Now, once again, welcome football fans across the world, fans of football in Zimbabwe and fans of the Kasolaga Premier League. Excitement doesn't get any bigger than this as we see two teams, one marked by history, one marked by ambition, share the center stage here at the National Sports Stadium, all looking to get 3 points. This is Scotland, the team hailing from Maputo, taking on Caps United, a team that has been dominant since the beginning of time. The last time they played here was in 2023, and they come back. This is going to be the first rodeo for Scotland, of course, with some of their players not new to this green turf that is the National Sports Stadium. You could talk of the former Warriors captain Knowledge Msona, the man who has been part of so many Warriors outfits that have played at this magnificent stage. And of course, we also look into what will become when this game as up to 90 minutes. Now we're looking into the match officials. Brighton Chimene taking the center stage. Tapazo Mkala as the first assistant. And of course, we're looking into who else follows after that. We are going to be looking into Clarice Simango, the second assistant, and the fourth official, that is Kritisani Diwai, and of course the match commissioner Norman Matemela. So these are the men and women responsible for officiating this afternoon. And for the first 11 trusted by Norman Mapeza, not any changes from the side that traveled to Bulawayo to play against Chicken Inn, winning by 2-0. Nelson Chajgai retains the spot between the posts, and the trusted centre-back pairing of Peter Mudua and Kevin Moyo starts once again. We look into Knowledge Msona and Walter Msona, the two brothers that were the score sheet against Bulawayo Chiefs. And Moses Chidolo from right back straight into the middle of the park, replacing the man who is representing Zimbabwe at international duty in England, that is Abu Bakar Moffat. Kamapiliat, the top goal scorer for Scotland, playing as the attacking midfielder. And that concludes the team trusted by Norman Mapeza. And looking into the visiting team, not so much away from home, but playing as an away team. Wallace Magalani between the sticks, Wesley Milanzi as part of the three centre-back pairing together with Nyasha Gurende, who has been phenomenal together with Kudzai Chibida. Ishmael Wadi, the forever exciting player, playing as the right flanker, and Achiro Richard together with Donald Jaliwa in the middle of the park. Takunda Benura and Brett Amidu, joined together by Junior Bunjira, who has come in as a player that started last time and has been trusted by Ian Bakala, coming in place of Tetsuo Chiraki, who was in the national team.
Yeah, very two strong sides set up by both managers tonight, especially looking at Caps United. I think they've been brilliant so far in the season, and they'll be looking forward to continue that form. Now sitting second only because of goal difference with Hard Rock now on top, but very similar record to that as well. Scotland will look forward to their stars, the two brothers as you mentioned, also in the starting spot.
So now Caps United already asking questions in the opening seconds. They have been creating so many chances, but they haven't been converting the many chances they've been creating. An issue of efficiency in front of goal. But maybe today it's going to be a different story altogether.
Well, for Scotland, they'll definitely be missing Abu Bakar Moffat in the middle of the field. He went away with Warriors to represent them in the Unity Cup as well, getting his first call of duty. And I think the squad will be happy for him, but they'll still miss him. One of probably the best midfielders to come out of Zimbabwe so far in the Kasalaga Premiership. Caps United will be looking to the likes of Kawonga as well. Ishmael Wadi, we all know what Wadi loves to do, especially with the fans, the connection that he has. It's setting up to be a very good watch this afternoon.
Benura just looking for Brett Amidu, one of the most creative players the league has so far in the season. Now Wadi playing it through. Now can cross it. Who's in the box? Doesn't get to it on time, but he does. Benura could have opened the scoring in the opening 2 minutes, but the contact with the ball was just not as pinpoint to give the Green Machine the lead in the opening minutes.
Oh, what a chance for Benura early into the game. Very good cross, the little bit of pace. The height was decent, and he just couldn't slot it home with the goal gaping. Very good passing football, especially coming through from Wadi. And that cross comes. Benura definitely should have done better. And Caps United could have had a very early goal this afternoon. And that could have been a brilliant start for the Green Machine.
Well, Chekunda Benura, the man who scored 3 goals so far this season, could have added to his goal tally to make it 4. But maybe the ball was too fast for him and he's gone down, maybe in pain. And just the earlier ball, Nyasha Gurende with one of the fantastic crosses. Landed awkwardly there, Chakunda Benura. And you don't want to lose a player of his caliber early on into this game. And maybe for the opposition, they will be hoping that such threat is neutralized, or at least the field of play earlier. But for the Green Machine, the man who's been instrumental for them in front of 3 goals so far this season, could have headed more.
Yeah, good chance for him. I think he probably could have also gone with the head, because he just gone straight his leg well there. And on the landing, getting himself injured, but I think it will be good to continue. But a very good show of intent from Cape United.
So now, Mchokoze Simsewe for Scotland. They're playing it to Panashim Timbanyoka. Msewe playing on the far side. Now across into the box, finding Moses Shidolo, who just tried to flick it now. Msona, Walter that is. Oh, now Kama Billiat can open the scoring. Ooh. Seems like there was a deflection there when he was well clear on goal, Kama Billiat. And he's complaining that maybe there was a poor attack, and that really messed up his chances of putting Scotland back. And that is the earlier chance, Marks.
Cape United just dilly-dallying with the clearance there. Hachiro caught lapping, and Kama Billiat stealing it away just there from a charge from Musona. And just as he was about to kick it, I don't think there was anything more on him. I think it's just a very poor miss from Kama Billiat in the box. Still has his heads up, looking for a penalty. I don't think there was a penalty there, and that would have been the early goal from Scotland as well.
Oh, Kuzai Chiguida playing with fire, playing with danger. As Kama Billiat is hot on his heels as he's pressing from way up high. Now Junior Bunjira. Now Walter Msona, but marked heavily by Wesley Milanzi. Now Msewe finding Timbanyoka, trying to drive inside, and is being dropped to the ground, and it's the first set piece or foul that goes in the favor of the team in blue. So many hitters for Scotland, especially when the ball falls in this range, and you probably put your money on the two brothers, Walter Msona and Knowledge Msona. Don't fancy their chances, of course.
Yeah, very technically gifted players, the two of them. You can see them there also lining up to take the free kick. I really don't think Knowledge would be happy to see his younger brother getting the armband. It looks like he's going to be using his seniority here to take this one.
So who is going to take this one? Walter Msona has left the position. Now it's left to Kwaketwala. Knowledge Msona! Oh, inches up the crossbar. Just could not get the perfect deep in time. He's a fantastic striker of a dead ball, but not just this time.
Yeah, very good strike. I think he just couldn't dip enough in time. Yeah, well measured from Musona. Just a little bit too much power on it, I guess. Very technical player he is. Just the show of intent from both teams. I don't think any of them will be defending here. And it looks like there will be some goals coming.
So now Kama Billiat. Chiguida. So remember when these two teams played last season, they have 6 points between them, 3 apiece, with Scotland winning in one of the fixtures. Oh, now Takunda Benura, heavy touch after being played through. No, it's going to be one exciting game with the amount of space that Cape United seem to be finding in this opening 5 minutes. And if they don't close this or realize it sooner, Cape United might be finding a little bit of fortune. Now Kama, the border swerve, but Kuzai Chiguida coming to drop him. Well, he's one man to mark, considering the fine form that he's in so far. 6 goals that he has scored. Kama Billiat.
Yeah, probably one of the best players in the season so far. And that was a golden opportunity for him to add one more to his tally. Brighton Chibeni, well experienced referee, was very close to the incident. I don't think there was anything to warrant a penalty for Kama Billiat there.
So as we were saying last season, in Scotland's Mad Game season. They managed to win by 2-0. And one of the, oh, good play. Knowledge Msona opens the scoring. And Scotland up by 1-0. Quick, enterprising play. I give you, you give it back. And he had ample time and ample space to just find the back of the net. The smiling assassin. 1-0 to Scotland.
No, I would have thought that Caps United would have been away of what was happening there. And the first lady just enjoying the game herself. The ball played into the box. A good flick on from Kama Billiard. And the smiling assassin, as you know him, would never miss from there in the box as well. Caps United not aware of their positioning, and they'll be the one to go down early into the game. Very good flick on. 2 touches from Knowledge Msona, and it's in the back of the net. And the celebrations will be following after that. And you can see how happy he is to be scoring the opener. And I think it's just game on now for Caps United.
Well, Knowledge Msona opened the scoring against Chicken Inn at the 22nd minute, and he has done so again here at the National Sports Stadium. A grand goal at a grand opening. Now they go again. Kama Billiard taking their time. Ooh, almost inches away from the upright, and Scotland could have been 2 up. Caps United not figuring what it is that is going on with their defense. But Scotland do know what they want to do to add more goals quickly.
That could have been a second for Scotland. Just missing narrowly, almost into the back of the net. A very good strike from that flank. Caps United wondering what's going on. I think they just have to settle down a little bit and have a little bit more control of the game. It looks like Scotland are quite up for it. They are the team that is playing at home, as it seems.
Well, the club president did promise that they are going to be bringing Mabira into the stadium. And also Ian Bakala, who's coming in, saying they are going to be up to the task. Oh, through pass. It's going to be finding him. Timbanyoka, can they go for the second? Oh, another one. Scotland. They seem to be running riot on a rather confused Caps United. What a way to start the game at the National Sports Stadium. Panasham Timbanyoka. Perfectly played by Walter Msona.
The First Lady, she's enjoying this one. Almost making an example of how the ball went into the back of the net. But just look at this. A nicely threaded pass into the box. Msona almost getting in the way. And Timbanyoka with the composure to beat the goalkeeper and go around before just slotting it home. And it's already 2 up for Scotland in the early stages of this game. Caps United defense nowhere to be seen. I think they really have to reorganize themselves. A good pass here, through ball coming in from Walter Msona. Going all around the goalkeeper, Timbanyoka. And yet the goal open to himself. He just simply slotted home. What a start here for Scotland. Only 29 minutes played and they're already 2 up.
Just under 10 minutes and Scotland are 2 up. The perfect start to a perfect match day. That is match day number 15. And if Norman Mapeza and his troops go on to win this one, they would surpass Caps United on 2nd position by goal difference. That has been the problem with Caps United so far this season. They create the chances, but they don't convert the chances. Now Wadi, still holding on to the ball, cross into the box, Benura there. Now Achiro. One midfielder who barely puts a foot wrong, Richard Achiro, the captain. Now Milanzi. So crossing it into the box. But it goes to Timbanyoka, who lets it play into touch. Why rush when you're leading by 2 goals?
I really think that the likes of Achiro have to wake up in the midfield it's probably going to be a long day for Caps United if it continues this way. Try to slow the game down and try to get back into the game. It's too early and they still do have a chance to come back into the game. But they're just being outplayed, literally. And Scotland has been very good on the break.
Well, this is an atmosphere that's actually living up to the billing. And you would never want to miss such a game of this magnitude. It's history playing against ambition. And I'll tell you what, in this opening stages, it means ambition has been doing quite well. The team from Mavuku are leading by 2-0. And if Caps United don't rediscover themselves soon enough, it's going to be a drubbing of all sorts. But the question is, how then are they going to recover? How then are they going to respond? And how then are they going to match against the Scotland side? Offside.
Yeah, it's a very bad start for them, but I still think when they can find a pathway back into the game, just about trying to reorganize itself and not allow Scotland most of those gaps that they've been allowing them. And you do have to have control of the ball if you want to do that. And make sure that when you're overlapping forward, you don't leave those gaps. Try to play your normal game and try to settle down a little bit.
Sukamabilia has been fouled there by Milanzi. And remember, they do not want to be conceding so many fouls in their final third. Scotland are gifted with set-piece takers. And that's the recent goal scorer, Knowledge Msona, who is going to be taking charge of this one. And that's the earlier incident where Milanzi brought down Kamabilia. So now Knowledge to play it into the box. Milanzi to clear. Kawonga for Caps United to his captain, plays it back to Milanzi. Magalane, who probably for the first time is getting a few off the ball. The last time he spaced the ball, 2 goals went past him. Now Chajiga, trusted goalkeeper by Norman Mapeza. And coming into this game, he is the only goalkeeper with 10 clean sheets so far after 14 match days, 15 if you include in this one. It means he has done a good job between the posts, and maybe the defense is also up to the task as well.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's just been decisive as well, with some very good saves. It always gives you the confidence as a goalkeeper.
So now Njaliwa is driving forward. Junior asking for it. Quite a number. Ooh. Too high for Kawonga, but that would not have counted anyways. He had been flagged offside. But maybe this is the response that Caps United need as they try to level matters here just under 16 minutes.
Yeah, good play from Caps United on the break. A very good cross whipped in. Probably just going a little bit too early, Kawonga. And this is what you want to do after slowing down the game a little bit. And then you create those chances in phases. You always don't want to keep it too open. Scotland won't mind anyway. Sorry to die. Just wanted to mention that it's now to their advantage. Caps United have to find a way back into the game. It's too early in the game, as you are mentioning. Still some lot of time for them to at least fight for it.
Earlier picture they had a ZPC hierarchy. He was there again yesterday at the Dynamos game against Ngesi. Oh, a back flip. Flicking it back now. Mtimbanyoka, the man who's gifted with so much pace, trying to deceive Kudai Chibida. Now a wayward cross, Unjira. Seems like it's a Scotland player who's gone down. It's a foul on Panashim Timbanyoka. If you're going to be talking about Percy players, you have to talk about Timbanyoka. Our Minister of Youth, Tino Machaka Yiri, in our midst as well. Jaliwa scored the last goal for Caps United in Shamba. That was a nice stadium. That was against Simba Border. One of their many draws, Caps United. Remember, they haven't won in 3 outings. Their longest run so far this season without finding a win. Achiro finds Jaliwa. They're trying to cross it into the box. But Kevin Moyo, who has been forever present for Scotland, playing 15 out of 15. And too high for Junior Bunjia to keep it playing.
Yeah, just too much on that pass, but good response from Caps United after going 2 goals down early in the game. So it's difficult to get yourself back in the game, but they're now controlling the ball a bit more position. That gives you the confidence to go forward and at least stabilize before you want to go and get those goals. And they've been playing well in the last 5 minutes, I think.
Caps United starting to find a little bit of rhythm. And maybe that goal, had it been converted, Tabuda Benure was just found alone by that cross from Nyasha Gurende, we could have been talking of a different outcome of what we've seen so far in the last 20 minutes. Namidu playing Ishmael Wadi. Alisaka Mohammed, previously with Dynamos. Once you the grass is probably greener. Who would want to play for the defending champions anyway?
Well, that's the thing with Boston. They do change games, and when you miss such a chance early in the game and you find yourself 2 goals down, you're probably going to be thinking, I should have done better. But what's done is done. You really have to find your way back in the game, and that's what Caps United has been trying to do now.
Moses Shidolo. Back to Chajia. Peter Mudua. Under pressure, they place it into touch. Why would not risk it? Because sometimes you need defenders to not take any risk. We know that he's a very good ball player as a ball-playing centre-back. And sometimes this is what separates the good defenders. Not understanding the amount of pressure that you are under. It's not every time that you need to be playing it safely. A little bit calmer now in the middle of the park. Amidu, one of Caps United's brightest sparks in terms of creativity. Wadi turned him quite well. Wadi has been one of their star players, Caps United, this season, scoring 3 goals. But it's been a season of ups and downs. He does do the fancy things quite often, but many times when he's found to be converting those chances, he's found wanting. You'd find a pair of Caps United fans really disappointed with his returns in terms of how he needs to be converting those chances. So now Caps United, with the free kick not beating the first man. Now Timbanyoka meeting a lot of heavy traffic there, and quite a number of blue shirts in front of him. Oh, straight into the face of Kamabiliat, looking for knowledge Msona. But Chugwida is there, and has been forced to play a corner. I beg your pardon. A nudge from behind from the former Warriors captain, and in turn, it's a free kick. Does not believe it.
No, definitely a push in the back there from him. And we also say Minister of Sports and Recreation. It was a very famous game this one today. You can just see the fans in the stadiums that have come to witness this reopening of this game, and the goals have come, and that's the beauty of the beautiful game. You really don't want to come here and go home without seeing some goals, and they have been spectacular. 2 early goals from Scotland. Now Cape United. We were talking about Wadi. I think it's one of the players that has definitely improved this season for them. But it's when the game is as tough as this, when it's going to be a long season, and you want to fight for the championship, how do you respond when you're in a difficult time like they are now, Cape United? And you probably don't want to be seeing those miscues that came from the goalkeeper the last time around.
So under 23 minutes, it's still 2-0 in favour of Scotland. Cape United playing at their spirited home ground after a very long time. Probably a 3-year break would not have been the start they were expecting. So that's Ian Bakala, Cape United legend, filling up the shoes of Tikshua Chiragwi, who was with Zimbabwe in the Unity Cup.
I reckon he'll be getting a call at halftime. Tikshua.
Well, this is one game Tikshua Chiragwi would have wanted to be part of. Gurembe. Back to Wallace Makalane. Milanzi found open. Scotland for this moment not pressing forward, just allowing the opposition to have the possession, just waiting for them to make the mistake, and they pounce on it.
Oh, they've definitely
And
slowed
that's
the game down.
Alus Benjida as well, who is doing most of the marketing for Cape United.
Just wanted to say today, they slowed the game down, Caps, and now they had this slow approach towards goal. I think it's quite reasonable for them. This is the 2 goals down, but you really want to make sure that those passes are quite accurate, because now Scotland look like they're sitting back. They're 2 goals to the good. I won't be worried about that. And it's about Cape United having to find a way to penetrate now, and Scotland will be gladly sitting back for that.
Seems like Scotland are playing a game of faces. Oh, now Kamapiliat was trying to be fancy with that one, trying to flick it over. Kuzai Chubida probably. Now Amidu. And just look at the pressure that Scotland are giving the opposition. Timbanyoka. Kamapiliat waiting in the box, trying to hit it from distance. Disorientation at the back for Cape United, just allowing Scotland to find it easier to get into their final third. So many touches in the box for the team in blue, and confirmation of scores and games being played elsewhere. Copperfield, it is the home team Islanders that is leading FC Hunters by a goal to nil. ZPC Kariba and Chicken and still 0-4. FC Platinum and Erentos, a goal hasn't been scored yet. Same as Tawan and Gama. Also looking into Zimbabwe Football Club and Triangle, still level on scores, 0-0 it stands. Islanders and Scotland being the only 2 teams that have found the back of the net.
You know, slowly turning into a thing to watch for Cape United fans, now not getting the ball, and Scotland getting much of the possession, and those fouls, they will love that. As time continues to tick away. definitely a time will come for Cape United to try and go forward and at least try to get back into this game. But a wonderful start for Scotland. It looks like they also still want to go for the third.
Msona flicking it over. Walter Msona. Walter Milanzi just standing in front there to stop the ball from causing any problems. He likes to curl it into the back of the net. We have seen him score similar goals to the one that he was just trying to replicate. But all credit goes to Milanzi from stopping this becoming a third one. Young fans in the stands as well. Knowledge and Sona being played through. Walter open. Oh, turning one. He was. Oh, good football. Walter Sona now fighting traffic. Now they can go on the counter charge. Ishmael Wadi, Junior Bunjira so much open on the right side, taking his time. Maybe he could have wanted it earlier. Now you go for the cross. Overcooked, but Takunda Benura keeps it in play. Now Kaonga will try to recycle play. Back to Kaonga. Cross into the box again. Cleared away by Kevin Moyo. Amidu looking for options. Knowledge and Sona turning into a defender. Stopping Brett Amidu in his tracks. Sona, a little step over. AJ Dachido not making it easy. Knowledge and Sona has gone down to the ground. Now Timbanyoka will try to cut inside. Timbanyoka finds Moses Shidolo. Across into the box, but not the best one from Shidolo. And maybe medical attention will be needed for Knowledge and Sona. Not a good scene to see him go to the ground alone. And it's not always a good sign when a player just goes to the ground without anyone marking him.
Yeah, it's probably been one of their best players so far as well. And on the break on the counter, opening up the Cape United defense. As you just see that recent play, good flick on into the back of the net from Knowledge and Sona. How good is he? You know, when you thought he was just about to retire from playing the beautiful game, he shows you what he can still do. And that was in the celebrations coming in. Norman Mapeza looks like he appreciated that.
Norman Mapeza having a conversation with his captain, a man who in the pre-match wasn't really phased about the opening of the National Stadium. Talked about how many times he's played here in 1 year, and he said if anything, he just appreciates how big of a stadium it is, but doesn't really hold any sentimental value to him.
Yeah, but his players doing him the good day with those goals early as well. And that was the second one for Scotland. Well, Cape United, I don't think they've been doing enough at the other end of the pitch. You just saw that recent counter and that cross that came in from Junior Bunjira. We've been not quite accurate, and they will not have as many chances as they will get.
Ishmael Wadi knocking on the door and I was asking questions. I don't know, they've counted anyways. So Charger to initiate the restart. Chogosi Sinseve. Now Brett Amidu. Junior Bunjira trying to find his fit. Tees up Ishmael Wadi. Now Bunjira. Early cross. Not the best connection from Ishmael Wadi. A quick football together from Cape United. Something to give their fans something to cheer about.
Yeah, still inquired what he is indeed. And a good run into the box. Unfortunately, the header wasn't just as accurate as enough. As far as still believing, the bench a little bit worried, looking at the time as well. But a very good play coming through. Nice cross into the box. Wadi just couldn't get his angles right here to keep it on target. Unfortunately, it just goes away from goal. But that'll be inspiring to see for Caps United.
Good ending. Oh, Peter Mdua, this afternoon he's not taking any chances. Barely have you seen him keeping the ball and trying to look for a pass. The moment it gets to him, is just woofing it forward. And that's Mdua again, sending it forward. Probably starting to think it's the instruction from his manager, Amidu. The passes haven't been pinpoint from Caps United, haven't they?
I think that's just the disappointing part. I think their passing has not been up to par.
So Scotland throwing as the game is slowly coming to the end of the first 45. 34 minutes have gone by. And they do lead comfortably. Bunjira. Whizzing his way through. Finds Breda Mitu. Bunjira again. And he commits a foul on the man from Eswatini, Kwaketwala, just pulling his jersey from behind.
Yeah, just unfortunate Bunjira. They, after a very good run of touches, releasing the ball, going on the run. Just they, I think, looks like a little touch on him. And Twala says, thank you so much. Goes straight to the ground.
Bunjira again. Achiro. Another wayward pass from the captain. It has been dismal from the team in green and white. But they would want to correct their mistakes. Because so far it's just been it's not been clicking. Everything they're trying to do ends up not being quite well for Caps United.
Yeah, Chilo, the captain, also in particular, I think he was guilty for that first goal. Then the build up. And as you see, one of the legends of the Zimbabwean game, as you may know, legendary repeat goal. I mean, Hachiro definitely has to pick up his game. I think it's quite pivotal for Caps United. I mean, it's one player you can never doubt, but not a very good start from him so far.
Richard Achiro has been the conductor, probably the metronome for Caps United. He does conduct the band quite well, but so far he's not just arranging his instruments quite in a manner that would make the music sound so good. Amidu. So many blue shirts surrounding him, Amidu. And surprisingly, no one is coming in to support him. Now plays it back to his goalkeeper. If anything, Scotland are doing so quite well to congest Amidu off the park, making it difficult for Caps United to find passes to pick. Chibida playing it forward. Kevin Moyo gets it to it earlier than Jaliwa. Kamabilia does win a free kick.
Yeah, the Caps United faithful now standing on their feet. Even though there's some buckets there for them to sit out. You're never going to be sitting when the game is like this for your team. I think the response has been good. You really don't want to overcommit when your 2 goes down, because you never want to concede the third. I think that will be the game done and dusted if they were to concede the third. So it's a measured approach coming through from Caps United, and I think Bunjira on the right flank has been doing so well to create, just been the final product in terms of the crosses into the box. That has not been as accurate as you would have liked by now.
Ian Bakala was also confident of Walton Sona just not leaping higher enough to put his head where the ball is. And a diagonal pass finding. Oh, Ishmael Wadi could be played through. Not the best pass from Junior Bunjida. Another chance that goes begging for the team in green and white. Good pass. Diagonal finding the fit of Junior Bunjida, who immediately saw the run of Ishmael Wadi. And it was only one thing in his mind, to play it through, but not the best of passes coming from the youngster.
Yeah. Just as we were saying tonight, that final pass in the area, and I think that is what has been lacking for Caps United. Another very good switch of play would get probably the easiest job of just putting through Ishmael Wadi there, who was very often in a lot of space, and could have been a golden opportunity for them to at least get one back before the halftime break.
Kuzai Chubida instrumental in defense for Caps United. Also their trusted penalty taker. Chiro finds Brett Amidu. Awonga now, keeping it in play. Now Takuta Benura. Sebi just neutralizing that attack. Finding Panasham Kamabila, I beg your pardon. Waltomson showing his experience with the low-driven pass. Sebi failing to keep it in close control. Now Jaliwa for Caps United. Tunyasha Kurende. Jaliwa asking for it. Achiro. Suganga we have to hit, and he does so quite well. Still whipping it through. And here's what a corner kick for Caps United. Good run and good resilience from Kawonga, who did not mind the number of blue shirts in front of him.
Yeah, good play, good combination as well with Amidu in the middle of the park. I think they've just picked up their game, Caps United, and now creating these chances. And a decent half chance with the corner kick here.
So now Chawanangwa Kawonga to deliver. Cross into the box, but too heavy. Not the perfect delivery. It's been a summation of their game so far, marked up by not the perfect passes and crosses, glimpses of perfection here and there, but overall it's not been a very good game for Ian Bakala and his troops.
Yeah, just that part of the game, especially, it's only 5 minutes left before the halftime break. You get a corner kick. You want to put a challenging ball into the box. You want your players to have a chance. And unfortunately, Kawonga just overdoing it there. And that does take away a little bit of the momentum, especially when you're trying to get back into the game.
Brilliant. Finding Walton Sona. Sona keeping it in play. Finds Mtokosi Simsewi. Mudua this time doesn't wolf it forward. Finds Muhammad Isaka. Quickly played. Now Chawanangwa Kawonga trying to find the fit of Ishmael Wadi. Timbanyoka, Moses Chitolo, can he beat Richard Achiro? Jaliwa, Timbanyoka. Knowledge was sort of playing it quickly. You would have thought that maybe the match official was going to let it play an advantage. FC Platinum have conceded against Erencho's 1-0. Tawana and Nagama still nil. Simbabura have put one, and Triangle, the least performing team so far in the 2026 season, will be trailing by a goal. 1-0 it is. So that's confirmation of some of the scores from the games being played across Zimbabwe in Matchday 15 in the Kasalaga Premier League. So 42 minutes, have been played here at the National Sports Stadium. 3 more of normal regulation time up until we get to the half-time break. Kaonga just being fouled. Saka Mohammed just sticking up his foot. Milanzi. Gurende will keep it in play. Jaliwa. Not much support for him. Jaliwa. Now Gurende. Jaliwa will be looking for options with a cross into the box. Oh, header! But he was offside. Ishmael Wadi. He likes to just drop in a little bit, wait and linger, and pounce on the defenders unexpectedly. But he was a touch too soon, and probably maybe the cross a touch too late. That will be his justification. But altogether, it's an offside.
A decent cross into the box. Probably would have wanted to see it more on replay. Probably a tight one there. Nobody sneaking in behind the defenders there. And I think that's where you saw Mapeza up in about. Well, Scotland will feel like they've had the better of the first half, of course, with those 2 goals. But Cape United do still believe that they still have a chance, as we just see the cross into the box. Almost getting to the ball. The goalkeeper, fortunately, managing to put one hand on it.
So Jalio initiate the counter charge. Then do it ahead of him. A wayward pass, which Panashim Timbanyoka does pick up on. Both teams a little bit reckless. So we see Gurende just going down. The picture, is it?
Yeah, looks like he went down on himself, Kaonga. I definitely felt something before just leaving the ball and going straight to the ground. I want to see whether it's probably a hamstring or something, but he's up and about, which is always a good sign. I think he's probably one of some of the creative players for Cape United. Just they felt something on his left leg there and quickly went down. He has not been probably at his best today, but is one of their creative players that they'll be looking up to with only a minute in it in the first half. I think all the business now is left into the second, going into the break. Cape United will definitely have some tactical discussions to come up from their assistant coach.
Well, I would love to be a fly in that dressing room for Cape United. What will Ian Bakala be telling his men as we are edging closer? Now, not Legend Sona picks it up. There is Kamabiliat on his flank, but pushed from behind. He does find the fit of Kamabiliat. Timbanyoka trailing behind. We now see him coming forward. Kamabiliat being fouled. Finds Mtokosi Simsevi. Now Knowledge Msona. He can try to hit one. Feigns a shot. And tries to pick it up again. A second bite of the cherry. Kamabiliat still down. Now Breda Midu. Probably the last kick of the half, but he keeps it away. It's always exciting when Scotland do go forward. But I think there's a yellow card that has been brandished on Ishmael Wadi. Frustration, of course. But just talk about that earlier chance. A 2-man counter charge, Kamabiliat and Knowledge Msona.
Yeah, that could have been the third for Scotland. Wadi getting that yellow for that challenge on Kamabiliat on the right flank. He came all the way to defend. Didn't manage to put Knowledge Msona down and then went for Kamabiliat. It's that side of the game for Wadi that he has to keep in check. And here Knowledge Msona with the fade back to the left foot and a good defending coming through. 3 Cape United players trying desperately to make sure they don't concede the third here. And I think it will be decent enough to go into the back 2 down 3 goes down. That will be a mountain to climb for Cape United. Wadi has to keep himself in check. You really don't want to put your team down in a game like this one.
Well, that earlier chance, Knowledge Msona and Kudzai Chiguida, both men that were raised on the dusty streets of Norton, probably compatriots when they are not on the field of play, but on the field of play, definitely foes. We have now come to the end of the first 45 minutes. Scotland scoring 2 in just under 10 minutes. It was Panache Mtimbanyoka and the man in your screen, Knowledge Msona. They lead by 2-0. A lot of questions are going to be asked by Ian Bakala to his men as they go to the dressing rooms. But Mark, what a first half we have seen. So much excitement, so much nervy moments, could have, and now this is where we are. You round up with the first half.
Yeah, Scotland probably thinking they could have had a third or a fourth in that first half. They did create those chances. Caps United also introspecting on what went wrong, considering those 2 early goals. But they've responded well. I think they've managed to at least create the spaces on the flanks. It's just been that final ball into the box that has not been a little bit much more accurate. We saw that chance from Junior Bunjira where you couldn't play in Wadi Kawonga on the other side also just couldn't get that final pass. But I think they still do have a chance coming into the second half of Caps United.
So that's match day 15 for you, the first 45 minutes here in one of the biggest sporting facilities in Zimbabwe, that is the National Sports Stadium. In a few moments we are going to be switching over to the studio for the halftime analysis. It's always exciting when you have to hear what they do have to say in regards to what they have seen. They're dissecting the game in its purity. So for now we're going to go on a break. We hope you do too as we come back and prepare for the second 45.
What an explosive start by Maviravira, the defending champions, scoring twice under 10 minutes. First it was the smiling assassin, Knowledge Musona, and then it was Panache Mtimbanyoka. Well, Caps United could have gone first themselves after only 2 minutes, but they could not get that one. It was Takunda Benura. He should have headed instead of trying to use his boot. But then they were punished. They were punished severely. So 2-0. Can they come back? I'll also be giving you an update of the other scores right around the country. And every game has had a goal. Eh? Very, very exciting. Right. Uche Achiford Mundawa is still here. Coach Bex Bekimpilo Nyoni is still here as well. And, well, Uche, we will start with the goals immediately. Uche.
Yeah, if you look at how Scotland penetrated their pinpoint accurate delivery from Knowledge Msona. You know, that back heel from Kama Billiard, finding him and, you know, making no mistake from close range there.
What a beautiful build-up.
It's a beautiful build-up. But, you know, the rear guard of Scotland has been caught napping in terms of
Caps
United. In terms of one-on-one situations, they're not marking. Knowledge Msona, he was a lone figure, given time to pull the trigger and to find the angle. The goalkeeper also appeared desperate. Look at Walaza there, the pinpoint accurate pass again on Mtimbanyoka. But again, legendary. If you look at how Scotland were attacking, even if Mtimbanyoka was not to score, Knowledge Msona was there to pounce. So in terms of men marking, who is the defender who was tracking Knowledge Msona? Because look, you're in the D zone and the guns are being held. Anyone can pull the trigger and there's no obstruction. So the keeper was stranded there. And look, accurate delivery to the far side of finding Mtimbanyoka there. Knowledge Msona coming in to support, but the goalkeeper was stranded.
Coach Rex.
You can't blame anyone.
Smiling assassin and Zara.
I think as the coach indicated, you cannot change the winning team. I think he just brought as they were last year. Look at that.
Yeah.
That miss from Caps United.
What a miss.
What a miss.
This was after
That's
only 2
first-
minutes.
Yes, first
2
attack.
minutes.
First
Takunda
attack. He should
Benura.
have used his head rather than
Yes.
trying to tap it in.
Yeah, it could have been 1-0.
Yeah, it could have been a 1-0.
Then it could have been an uphill slope
Yes.
for Scotland, but they missed. And you don't do that. You don't miss chances like that playing against Scotland.
And another one there, although it was an offside, that should have been directed to the goal. That should have been directed to the goal, but nothing really came out of it. So it's like when you look at Scotland so far, all second balls, they are winning all second balls. And as a result, you find for the first time, we have seen Cape United defence being exposed. And for Scotland, they are very compact from the right wing backs. And Capes are usually they attack using their wings. We haven't seen much. I think we have seen about 2 crosses which have come so far for Cape United, which shows that the wing backs for Scotland are doing very well. Then in midfield, Achiro and his team today, they've been outclassed by the Scotland midfield, who are doing very, very well. And Cape United, I think, at halftime, the coaches have to really rethink and say, can we keep on having 3 at the back, or we have to change the system of play?
Oh, yeah. Right. So has Scotland there. It could have been more, actually, because I think the Smiling Assassin missed another one. Kama Billiard missed another one as well. Kama Billiard is on 6 goals. If I can just remind you, the leading goal scorer in the country is the guy they call the registrar. That's Ralph Kaundira at Herentals, as we see again.
Yes, that was really a chance, and the keeper saved it very well.
Very well.
He was having eyes on the ball.
Eyes, yeah, good. Yeah. Otherwise, that could have been something.
I think that's why Norman Mabeza trusts him to be the one who is the first goalkeeper, rather than trying to say let's play others. But he says this one has really done very well, and he trusts him, and you see the way he saved.
Nelson Chaja.
Yes.
Vanomti Maoko. Yeah, you must, when you meet him, the next time you meet him, even in town, just ask to have a look at his hands. If he's not, thrust them in his pockets. Those are Maoko, Nelson Charge. My word, it's got huge, massive hands. And he came to the rescue of Scotland there. So it has been, I think, Caps United up operating in fits and starts. And we saw it has been Vira all the way. And they got the 2 goals. Like I said, they could have got more. They could have got 1 or 2 more. Otherwise, this would have been dead and buried now. They would have gone out of sight of Cape United. But listen, there's still 45 minutes to go the second half. And I can tell you that, remember the focus, the predictions in that Obuda. And that 1-1. So, and Chipanza, and this is like Chipanza. Uche, Abudo of foot, and that 1-0, the green machine. But Sarah but Liverpool he's still in the running because he said 2-1 for Scotland, so we will see. Right, let me give you an update of what has been happening elsewhere in the country. At Emagumeni, Papafields Highlanders Iboso are leading the Clever Boys by 1-0. ZPC Kariba 1, Chickenin 0. Tel 1-0, Agama 1. Simba Bora 1, Triangle United 0. FC Platinum 0, Herentals College 1. And we're still trying to find out whether it's the registrar who has registered his 10th goal. We'll have to wait and find out. Oh yeah, the irrigation there. You can see that's our Kugomba Kwedu National Sports Stadium. And Uche, can't wait to see the Warriors there, the sprinkler system there.
Yeah, this is an international standard. This is world class. The reason why they normally do that is to reduce injuries in terms of the players, as also as well as to make the ball run faster. A fantastic display there. We are now at par with the global standards. But legendary, if you look at the way the 3-5-2 for Cape United it's not working. It's more U-shaped. You see your 3 central defenders, they are passing the ball sideways.
As we look at the stats there, which you can continue the stats.
Shots on target, 1 apiece, shots off target there, and 0 for Cape United. And in terms of ball position, heavily tilted in favor of Mavira, 54% to 46 for Cape United. And they've made that territorial advantage, turned it into goals. They're leading by 2 goals to 0. Then in terms of red cards, no red cards, and no yellow cards, corner kicks, 1 apiece. So the statistics board heavily tilted in favor of Maviravira. And then the key statistic, which is the goal, it's 2-0 in favor of Scotland again. And tactically, the 4-5-1 formation for Scotland prevailing over the 3-5-2 for Cape United. The midfield is congested by Scotland, and they've outwitted Cape United in that department, because the Cape United midfield is now static. Look at Junior Bunjira. Yes, he is dribbling. Right, but in terms of the final product, it's not coming. Then if you look at the wide channels, both the right and the left, they've been blockaded by Scotland. If you look at the connectivity of the midfield as well as the strike force, it's not coming. It's not there for Cape United. So in that department, they haven't been there.
Yeah. So Coach Bex, what does Kabanana Ian Bakala do? What does he have to do to change this?
Yes, Ian Bakala, he has to really relook at it and see how best he can make sure he gets something. I think he has got Tanaka Shandirwa, who can also come in and try to help on the midfield. He also have got Tenda Meke, whom he can also put in there. There is also Kundai Benyu, because I think their main challenge has been in their midfield. They have been struggling on the midfield. So I think those are the areas he will look at, and even try to bring Brian Kadama Manja to operate from the right. And for those who are already in, like Bunjira, his role is to attack, but he is supposed also to come in and help in midfield. Same applies to Wadi, which they have not been really doing very well. So from that point of view, that has made it very difficult for these three other midfielders to make sure that they can contain the 5 Scotland midfielders. And also I think on the field, which we have talked about, the National Sports Stadium, it has to be approved by CAF and FIFA for it to be internationally, for us to say we can play. But locally, now,
I didn't want to hear you. I didn't want to hear you say that, Coach Bex. CAF just is a ground.
That's the truth, which we should
I can't wait to see the Warriors go.
All of us want the Warriors in the but I think they've done a good job, and I hope that everything will be fine.
Passes this one.
Yes.
You gotta hope that as well. Let's keep our fingers crossed, and hope that CAF do approve this, because September. Dzinochekwa baba ne Warriors. September Mugomba. Right. I'll tell you, a man who I know is following this game in London. It is Coach Deco. Tekshua Chiragwi. Yes, following this game online on our ZBC platform. He's following it, and I don't think he's very happy. He's probably disappointed. But listen, that's the way the cookie crumbles. When he gets back, he will be getting the updates from Ian Bakala and company. All right, we are ready to go back to the National Sports Stadium, Kugomba. Can Cape United turn the tables? They will have to do something first to get the 2 goals first before anything happens. Right, let's rejoin the guys in the commentary box. We'll be talking to you at the end of the 90. Okay. All right, we won't be joining them as yet. We're just finding out the end. Guys, if I can just ask you quickly, Uche, I mean, the students, listen, Justice Majavi always says a rental college will always be a rental college. I mean, the students are leading at Mandava Stadium. This season, they've just been out of this world, eh?
If you look at numbers don't lie, and if you go the scientific route, which is universally valid and communicable, in terms of the best team performing in Harare in the past 2 seasons, it has been rentals, and the facts are clear. They are getting the results home as well as away. Fantastic display, because to lead at Mandava, it's unbelievable. It's a fortress. It's a fortress. It's a fortress. And well done to the students. I think maybe it is like that. Then they pick the 3 point. So
they'll be on 28 as well.
They'll be on 28 as well.
So there might be joint top. Yes, if the students hold on, they will be joint top. So you will have, if Scotland hold on as well, so you will have Hard Rock, Scotland, the students.
Yeah, on 28.
On 28,
yes.
on top. I mean, did you know? I don't know if
I
any.
think it's one of the teams who are really underrated. But I think one advantage they've had kept the core of their team every season. They lose one or two players,
Yep.
they bring in one or two players. So with that now, the understanding and everything is now there, and I'm sure they've the confidence also with the coach whom they have, and with that really has really helped. And I think the coach
Celestino
himself,
Benza.
I think the coach himself, he has done a very, very good job for rentals, and the results are there for everyone to see.
Yes, Tino Tenda Meke getting ready there to come in. We don't know who's been pulled out, but Ian Bakala Kabanana knows that he's got to change things. Otherwise, if Scotland, if he doesn't do anything, Scotland will be out of sight and on top of these standings, joint top. That is right. Let's cross back to the guys in the commentary box. We'll be talking to you at the end of the 90.
Yeah, it's always a difficult one if your team goes down. And I think just aiding them to keep their heart in the game and try to be at least as accurate as they can be, especially with the passing, and probably pick up their game as well. I think it definitely is good to have a way to come back into the game. Depends on how they're going to be playing the next 4-5 minutes. And if I'm Nomin Mapeza, I'll be training the boys to continue doing exactly what they've been doing in the first half, but at least convert more chances, because they did create more chances in the first half.
So now, throw in being initiated by Scotland. Kamabilian was trying to find Banashim Tibanyoka from Mahoma Isaka. The ball goes on the far side. Chogosi Simsele finds Kingdom Moyo is centre back. Caps United. Peter Madura present to do away with any danger. So after that fluff chance by Kama Billiard, the tempo is slowly toned down a little bit, with Caps United slowly finding their rhythm as they try to find an answer and an equalizer. Maybe one goal will bring life to this game that at this stage looks like it's already been lost. So a foul for Caps United. Sinyasha Gurende with the dead ball. Gurende whips one in. Too high for Kudzai Chiguida. And he's flagged offside. Junior Bunjira was about to recollect and initiate another attack from the far side. Just dying down in momentum. I remember in this first half we had phases where the game seemed to have died down in some instances, and after some quick play it started gaining a little bit of life. Togosi Simsewe, Walter Msona open, now cutting inside. Walter still with the ball, playing it far and wide. Quick 1-2 now. Knowledge Msona who played back to Panasham Timbanyoka. Maumad Isaka driving inside. Isaka finds Moses Chidolo. Kevin Moyer to Kwake Twala. And it's a goal kick for the team in green and white. Exactly 10 years ago, that was in 2016, this was the very stage that found Caps United winning their last championship. And after 10 years now, Max, are they going to find the same fortune? Started the season quite well, but after a round of draws, it seems like Scotland is now catching up. Hard Rock up ahead of them by a single point, even though the decision from the PSL he hasn't been given as of yet in regards to the game with Hard Rock and Dynamos. They are ahead by goal difference. Is this finally going to be the season 10 years later, now that the National Sports Stadium could fully be reopened? Knowledge Msuna was trying to find his brother. Good defending from Ilanzi. Walter Msuna was initiating a surging run on the left side. Now Mdua. Mahomad Isaka. No mistake. Now Kama Billiard. Can he get to the ball earlier? But Milanzi up on his feet to clear any danger that was looming and coming from the Mercurio Kama Billiard. Richard Achiro to Njaliwa as they go forward. Shidolo. Now, before the game, we were talking to Norman Makeza about the absence of Abubakar Moffat since he's representing Zimbabwe on the international stage, and he says he doesn't miss him because the guys that have been trusted are doing quite well in that position. And you look into Moses Shidolo, he's been playing as a fullback, coming back in his trusted position. He's doing quite well.
Yeah, I think he's almost looks in state as well, just like Moffat. And I think he's done well so far. If you look at the game, now he's played in the midfield. He does impose a little bit of control for Scotland. Slows the game down when also it's required of him. And they'll definitely not be missing Moffat, who is probably the better of the two. But very competitive midfielders that they have in the Arsenal. And as a manager, you do want that joy when you miss the other player, having the other one ready to come in through as well.
So Caps United do have the corner kick. So Matendameke will be taking this one in. Came on as a half-time substitute for Chawanangwa Kaunga. We don't want to be losing your star players early into the season, as you're also getting to the halfway point of the season. And Meke with a disappointing cross. One you would want to quickly forget. Just not.
Now we're talking about that in the first half. Now their crossing and the corner kicks have been poor. You make it a substitute. Probably just proving us correct there. Caps United still piling forward, still believing that they still do have a chance.
Amidu. A heavy pass from Brett Amidu as he was trying to find Junior Bunjira. It has been an abysmal afternoon for Brett Amidu. On a good day, he does make those perfect passes. But it hasn't been working for this man this afternoon.
Just a simple pass there to Junior Bunjira on the right, and they unfortunately couldn't put it through. And the fans now up in arms with the protest in the benches and the seats as well.
Now Jaliwa. So Ishmael has had a change of boots as he came for the second half. Remember, he was wearing the orange ones. And now he's almost stoning silver boots. Changed his cleats at half time. Maybe his justification is that these are the ones that haven't been making him play like his usual self. Returned by Moses Shidolo as he finds Wotamson on the far side. We has to get Milanzi cutting in, but was trying to look for Kama Billiard. Well, Jaliwa to Richard Achiro. Good on the ball, Richard Achiro. But another loose pass from Milanzi. Pakitwala just kicking it away so that he finds time to regroup. Gurende. Achiro. So much space being left by Caps United between the defensive midfielder and the forward players. Now Brett Amidu. Amidu to cut one back. But again, it's not quite the pass that they're looking for. I think the Caps United fans are now asking the questions. When are we going to be seeing a change? Probably. Their best players in taking to Matendameke. Side net. almost giving a lifeline to Caps United after 58 minutes.
Yeah, good strike there from the substitute with the deflection and hitting the side netting. Some fans in the ground thought that was going into the back of the net. After the Caps United fans are really protesting, I think it's Amidu. Yeah, they probably want to see some changes.
Kamabilia has been fouled. And it's a yellow card that goes to Nyasha Kurende. One of the three centre backs for Caps United.
Yeah, well deserved yellow there to Kurende. But I don't even say it's enough, it's enough. But a little bit of spark from Caps United. I probably still want to see more changes to the fans who do have come in their numbers to support the Green Mission.
Looks like there's movement on the dugout for Caps United. Benyu will soon be introduced. One of those strong players on the ball. It's technically gifted, Benyu.
Yeah, I think that'll be a good choice. He does control the ball very well. Also has a very good pass. And that's what has been lacking from Caps United, that proportion.
Now to Menyoka. Will cross it into the box. Wotamsona. Milanzi. Now Moses Shidolo. The ball bounced on its way to the goalkeeper and Magalana had to deal with it. Now Junior Bunjira. Trying to play Ishmael Wadi through. The passes haven't been perfect. And I believe from wherever Tetsuo Chiragwini is shaking his head into the type of performance that his troops are displaying here at the National Sports Stadium.
Yeah, and just as we see that substitution being now coming in from Amidu. And I think Mickey was free on the left flank, but the passing has not been as accurate, and that was wayward passing from Caps United. With the coming in of Bayu, they'll be looking forward to change some of that in the attacking midfield area.
So Brennan Midu has been taken off. He played a 60 minutes. Not one of his best afternoons. Kundai Benyu, another talented and gifted player, will fill in for him. But is he going to be coming out with the right answers that Caps United want to be asking? Yirishada Chiro. Barely do you see Caps United being the team that has run out of options. They usually make it difficult for their opponents, playing quick, fast football. Ishmael Wadi being the man headlining the story that Caps United will be writing. But this afternoon, it's a different story altogether. He was fantastic against Dynamo's team in blue, but against a different outfit, this time blue from Mapuku. He seems to be finding it difficult to just stamp his name. Jaliwa. So now Kamabiliat, he has been played through. Milanzi trying to catch up with him, and he does. So confirmation of the scores from earlier, Msona and Mtimbanyuka being the two goal scorers for Scotland. It's always exciting to see Kamabiliat going up on his pace, as you think that the speed left him a long time ago. But he does put in a shift every time a ball is played through for him.
Yeah, and that's probably why he's one of the top scorers at the league so far. Definitely still has it. Also so knowledge of Sona doing the same.
So Otamsona to deliver from the corner kick. Shidolo finding a lot of traffic in green and white ahead of him. Wadi to Meke. So going the Caps United way. A confirmation of a substitution for Scotland. It's going to be Kingsley Muraremba, who's going to be making way for Knowledge Msona. He has played this afternoon. He has found the back of the net. Could have found it again. But he'll be pleased with his performance. 64 minutes now. Well, they do say class is permanent, and we've seen that coming in from Knowledge Msona. No wonder he's still playing at the highest stage of football. Even in the first division, that is the Casalaga Premier League. Jaliwa was not starting most of the games this season. It was Tanaka Shandirwa. But the moment he was given the nod to start, took that place and made it his. Talk about cementing a place from Jaliwa.
Yeah, definitely. I think he has been able to do that. You know, earlier talking about Knowledge Msona and that finish and the goal that he scored. I think also Knowledge Msona has been able to use him quite wisely in terms of making sure that he gets the best out of him. Now Scotland is still on top with almost 25 minutes left, but of course the referee's additional time. I think they would feel that they're still in control.
Kamabili was just trying to let the ball run for Kingsley Muraremba, who's yet to feel the ball after being introduced. Timbanyoka. Not the best spot from Kingsley Muraremba. Maybe still needs time to get himself into the game. It's always one thing that I've found exciting in regards to players when they're substituted on. There are players who quickly hit the ground running, and then there are players who need something like 10 minutes until they have to par with what everyone else has been doing. It's always one of those fascinating things on the field of play.
Yeah, coming in the substitute, we really want to be making that impact. For Caps United, I think it's also an issue of time. You probably won't have those 30 minutes that you would want when a game is as difficult as this one. I think Caps United played well, way better in the first half towards the end of it. We just haven't seen anything from them in the second half. The passing has gone from bad to worse. Just failing to create those chances and to have that play that can lead to that chance. And the frustration here. If you want to win the championship, you really have to play through some difficult games like this. And these are the games that tell us about your character. And their character is being tested here this afternoon, Caps United.
Or maybe they'll tell you, we want our manager to be on the touchline. So now Benyu curling it in. Looks like Churchill just took it over with his fingers, but it's a goal kick. Good effort from Kundai Benyu.
Yeah, good attempt, and went straight to the referee to argue his point. I thought there were some fingertips from the goalkeeper. Good kill, almost dipping in. Nelson Chacha probably didn't get anything on it. Too close to call.
Well, coming into this game, Scotland had scored 7 goals in the first half. If you're including these 2 goals, it means they've scored 9 goals in the first half, and they scored about 9 in the second half. That would make that 44% of the goals that have scored in the opening first half. They found fortune almost in the second half, but this time, now they've scored us. It's almost an equal number of goals they've scored, both in the first half and the second half. Play quickly, Wadi. And Brighton Chimene has allowed the ball to be retaken. Achiro quickly to Benyu. Playing it through, just trying to find Junior Bunjira. Good idea from Kundai Benyu, but maybe they were not up to par in terms of understanding with Junior Bunjira.
Yeah, definitely a good idea. You can see what he's trying to do there. And fortunately for Scotland, just managing to shoot it until it went out of play. You can see the creative mindset of Bayu trying to unlock that Scotland defence as well.
So score updates from other games being played in Zimbabwe. Ireland are still leading by a goal to nil against FC Hunters. ZPC Kariba leading Chicken Inn by 1 goal to nil. FC Platinum trailing to Erentos at home by 1 goal to nil. Till 1 losing to Agama by a goal to nil. Simba Goreng Triangle 1-4 as it stands. And these are the score updates from teams playing in Matchday 15. Another yellow card that is going to be brandished. I think this time it's going to be going to Scotland. Mtakwesi Simsebe, the latest recipient of a yellow card. Chibida. Just trying to find Jaliwa, who was being marked so tight by the man in blue. So almost 70 minutes. That will take us to 20 minutes remaining. We'll talk about, I think it would be unfair to call it a decent turnout in terms of the people that have gathered in their numbers to watch this game from opposite where we are. Mark's in the commentary gantry. You would think that's the golden days again, just looking into the number of fans that are crosses.
Yeah, it's a wonderful sight, isn't it, today? I think the fans are coming in their numbers in this face game since the reopening. Still so crowds coming through as well. I think people will definitely be appreciating the bucket seats. Makes a football match as comfortable as you want. But Cape United fans will probably not mind their team 2 goes down and the time ticking away. And I think it's one of those games today where you probably need someone who can just be as creative and as magical if you were to find the way for Cape United, because there's just been nothing really out of all the forward players going forward as well. And I think it'll take some creativeness to be able to unlock the Scotland defence.
Meke was just trying to allow the ball to pass him.
You're almost trying to do too much, I think, since coming in. He's been going on those runs, but he's just not been quite sure when he gets the ball sometimes.
Chiro playing it to Milanzi. Takunda Benura, who has been very quiet coming into the second half. Benura trying to play to Junior Bunjira. Achiro, he could make a mistake here, but Magalani was quick to clear his lines. Kamubile was just lingering on the shoulders of the last defender, that is Chibida, as that ball was played to Achiro, by Achiro to Wallace Magalani. And now we're going to be seeing a double substitution being initiated by Ian Bakala. Kamubile. Chimanyoka to Kingsley Muremba, cutting it back. Now Walter Msona teeing it up for Moses Chidolo. Inches, just fluffing his chance, almost getting into the back of the net. But was there a deflection there, Max?
Well, it looks like it's going to be a corner kick for Scotland. A very good strike from Chidolo. A good layoff as well from Walter Msona. And that will be a corner kick. And I think he has played so well this afternoon. And Scotland looking to get a third here.
So waiting for the substitutions to be completed. So now Wiltonson has played it through. Back to Msona again. Low driven cross from Timbanyoka. Playing it high with no chance of causing any problems. So Junior Bujira to be replaced. So on comes Phineas Bamusi, a legend of the game, a legend for Caps United. And now Junior Malcolm Manesi also been coming in for Richard Achiro. Well, it means times are tough when you see your captain being substituted off, especially from a man who barely puts a foot wrong.
Yeah, it's one of those games that I think probably not one of his best. Also, so Junior Bunjara, I think it did put in a decent shift.
Malcolm Abiliat trying to get it to it before Kuzai Chubida. Kuzai Chubida was too fast.
We're just talking about Machiro and Unjira. It's always a difficult game sometimes, even if you're wearing the captain's armband and you don't want to be leaving the pitch, leaving your comrades in arms, still battling it. I think you'll be supporting from the bench. But now making those two changes, I think he knows it's now or never for Caps United if they're still to get anything from this game.
Play on says Brighton Chimene. Now to Manyoka, who tried to find Rotamson on the far side. And Magalani and they lose the ball again and kicks him remember.
Yeah, just that has been the story of the day for Caps United. A loose passing, a loose control. And Scotland will take that with open hands. And looks like that Caps United fan looking to switch to Dynamos. Yeah, it's a tough watch, but they're still singing in the stands, Caps United fans. And also with the Glamour Boys, always good to see some of the biggest rivalries in the Zimbabwean game sharing a drink. The green and the blue.
That's the joy of football. Not minding the reading on the scoreboard. As it stands for them, football is winning more than anything else. So it looks like Terence Tokamanja might soon be introduced. As Mtokosis Musebe is being stretched out. No way to get information on how serious that injury is on Mtokosis Musebe.
It looked like Caps United were still in the game in their first half. I think they probably played way better in the first than in the second. Really nothing coming through from them in the second half. And Scotland have definitely, loved that because they're too close to the good and they wouldn't mind.
Period. Wadi. It's a good afternoon for Ishmael Wadi. Finds venue, plays it quickly back to him. Gurende. Shmida. Miscue coming in from Isaka Muhammad. Chinotenda Meke. It has been a bright spark for Caps United ever since he was introduced. Now Benyu. Playing it through for Benura. Quickly plays back to Jaliwa. Good defending from Scotland. Now Gurende. Subenyu finds Jaliwa, who's open. Plays it to Phineas Bamusi. Now enjoying the lion's share of possession in the last moments. Benyu seemingly being the orchestrator of everything good that is happening for Caps. Now flicking it on. Junior Malcolm is just hoping that there'll be a green shirt on the far side on the back post. We'll just tuck it in.
Yeah, desperate flick on the no one behind him. And you can see what Scotland are now doing, congesting that Leighton area just at the edge of the box, coming in deep and waiting for Cape United to try and unlock them. And it's just not been enough from Cape United. Those crosses into the box, most of the times, probably flicked away or running out of the play. I think they still need much more from the likes of Benyu, who just came in as substitute.
So Terence Chukamanje, former Orlando Pirates, former Super Sport United man, has come on for Kama Billiards. Kingsley Muremba. Chimbenyoka will bring it down. He's trying to play Walter Mswena, maybe for a quick 1-2. Chimbenyoka, Chizuka Manje. Now Ishmael Wadi can go on the counter charge. Wadi playing it in the fit of Kingsley Muremba, who then concedes possession after winning it. Cape United, not so many options available to them on the far side. Benyu to Milanzi.
Just look at that tonight. I mean, it's like their shadow of their former self, Cape United, a team that has been so competitive. And I don't think there's anything that the assistant manager can do about that. You know, so many players around you, and you just can't pick up a pass. Your two goes down. There's almost only probably 9 minutes remaining. You're trying to get back in the game. I think that's very disappointing.
So 81 minutes have been played here at the National Sports Stadium, with 9 minutes of normal regulation time being left on the clock. If anything is going to be happening for these two teams, maybe for Scotland to hold on to the two they already have or add 1 or 2 more goals, the time is now. If it's for Cape United to go on, salvage a draw and maybe win this one, it has to happen in this last 9 minutes. Jaliwa.
I'm failing to see where those goals will be coming from tonight. The simple passes are difficult for them, yet alone to get back into this game, at least to get a point. I think that will be absolutely a miracle for Cape United.
Trying to be stylish, and bringing that one. Magalani taking so much time before playing it to his centre back, the left centre back. Really enjoy playing in a back three, Cape United. No one's ball being played aerially. It would be difficult for any other player on the ground to control it. Almost looked like Magalani was making a mistake as he tried to stop that ball so that he could play it.
And after that, just another hopeless kick forward from the goalkeeper. Well, probably nothing he could have done for the 2 goals that Scotland scored. But I think Cape United have showed up or turned up in the second half. And that's why you probably will be hearing some of the goals coming in from their fans. And I think they've just allowed Scotland to stay in control. They're getting the possession, but they're not making anything count out of that possession. And unfortunately for them, it is the time that is definitely not on their side.
If Cape United go on to lose this one, that will be a total of 3 points that they've gained out of a possible 12. Chimbenyoka just trying to toy with his defenders. Now playing Kingsley Muremba through. And they have played the last 3 games, Caps United, and they've had a total of 3 draws. That is 3 points from a total of 9. And if they lose this one, that will be another additional 3 points they've lost. Yeah, this was a game that was tipped by so many people to be exciting. Remember the headlines, we are reading ambition versus tradition. Now Bamusi finding Takunda Benura, but who just lets it slide. And that's a foul in a very dangerous area where Ishmael Wadi has been brought to the ground.
Yeah, it's a free kick in a good position for Caps United. And I think if anything is going to come out from them, it has to start now with this free kick. Just start to hit the target. Now some Caps United fans already saying enough is enough. I think this is a set piece that can probably get them one back. But you just have to hit the target. Test the goalkeeper. Give him something to work on. Wadi lining up as well. The one who actually got the free kick.
Wadi wanting the ball to be played urgently. And he wants to take proceedings off of this one. Benura also behind it. Benyu also behind it. Now Wadi with a decent effort. Everything about Caps United this afternoon has been decent. Not too good. An afternoon to forget, obviously.
Yeah, that puts the cape on the story today. We're talking about working the goalkeeper, at least hitting the target, and that one from Wadi, way over the bar. The goalkeeper really has nothing to worry about there in Caps United. I think we'll have a lot of homework to do after this one.
Now Jukamanja trying to play through. But Kuzai Tribuna was just up to the task. Waltonson was just making that run on the left side. Could have been played. Kuzai Tribuna was well aware of the danger. So now Benyu to Benyu again. Not so many options available to him. Jaliwa finds Milanzi. Timbanyoka will let it get into touch. Almost getting to the end of this game. Scotland have been super dominant, and the response maybe most of the Caps United fans in here and across the world, and everyone who's been watching from home and abroad has been looking for, has been hard to come by. We are guaranteed that Nomen Mapeza, this is the team that will be going with, unless they are forced injuries. He's a man who likes consistency. If a team does play well, he will tell you, I'll keep this team. I'm waiting to see now what will happen when Abubakar Mofa comes back. Moses Shitolo, since stepping up for him, he has been amazing. He's been fantastic. How then is he going to be reintegrated into the team by Nomen Mapeza?
Yeah, he's been given his chance and he has made it count, Shidolo. On the other hand, Caps United, I don't think they've made Scotland work for that win. I think the goals were good, but coming through to the second half, Scotland have generally just played to the tempo of Caps United. Just telling them, we'll wait for you. If you are going to get back in the game, we want to see what you can do. And Caps United have definitely not been able to be good enough to come back in the game. Very disappointing performance from the Green Machine. I think there will be a lot of introspection after this one.
Caps United was trying to find a way, but Scotland was just sitting a little bit deeper. Zukamanja being played by Walton Sona. Not the best passes from the captain. First time cross from deep. Walton Sona, who's on the far side.
No, it's not the proper return for Caps United. They will be playing at home sometime soon in the next two spots, but probably not the best you would have wanted, as we just see those goals there. Knowledge and Sona still clinical as ever, slotting that one home early in the game, and then as we see that beautiful pass from his brother, his younger brother, who is also the captain, and a very good finish at the end to give them the second goal. And Nome Mapeza, very happy to be seeing his team getting those two early goals.
Jimenyoga pressing, Kutai Chibida. Odua clears it forward. So 4 minutes have been added. And after those 4 minutes, Barton Chimere will be blowing his whistle for full time. Shidolo bossing that midfield. And none of the Caps United midfielders have been able to keep up with him. He has put up a fantastic and a memorable performance here at the National Sports Stadium. Their first ever rodeo here at Scotland, and they've treated like any other business day. We talk about mentality from the defending champions.
Oh, the Caps United faithful tonight is still singing in full voice. I think it's lovely to see from the front, despite the performance. But it is a wake-up call for Caps United, who at some point thought they would be running away with the championship. We've always talked about how it's always going to be a long season, and you do have games like this ones that are going to test your mental. And unfortunately, it looks like they'll be failing this chase today. But still, so many games for them to recover, and it is the recovery that comes after a game like this one that tells us more about their credentials as we get to the later half of the season.
So triple substitution in additional time for Norman Mapeza and his man Nathan Mutasa, Timon Machope and Emmanuel Ziochi to be introduced, and they'll probably play this game up until the final whistle. Walter Msona, the latest substitution, the captain, will be taken off. Fantastic display as always from him.
Yeah, he has had a good game. Walter Msona. Also, with that clinical assist, the wonderful pass. And I think just sealing the win here in Scotland with those substitutions, with almost a minute and some seconds remaining. Mbema Peza would know that the 3 points are already in the bag.
Emmanuel Ziocha was starting a number of the games under Norman Mapeza, but Kamabiliat came into the forward and started playing wonderfully well. I started seeing Emmanuel Ziocha losing his starting position in this 11. But just tells you the amount of quality Scotland do have and the number of good players that Norman Mapeza has under his disposal.
It's always a pleasure if you're a manager and you do have a good number of players to choose from. That gives you that ability to be able to at least switch off the players and switch some of those players in different games as well. And I think for Scotland, it's one of those big games in the league. And if you're going to be winning against a title contender like FC United, and you're the defending champion, you probably still believe that you can actually also be in contention. They're still in contention, I believe. You can never rule them out. And right at the minute, just blowing the final whistle, just to confirm the win for Scotland. And they will be collecting the 3 points. A well-attended game to say the reopening of the National Sports Stadium. Also, so the first lady in the house, and she was loving the game. Scotland fans in the stands enjoying themselves as well. After 2 early goals in the first half, nothing else coming after that. Musona and Mtimanyoka being the goal scorers. Cape United do have a lot of homework to do after this one. And just to say the turn-up was very, very good. The fans come through in their numbers from both ends of the spectrum as well. Cape United and Scotland fans. But definitely, it's the blue that wins. The green still has to look at this game and try to see what went wrong for them. I think it's still a very long season to come. We're almost just at the halfway season part of it. And still so many other games for them to try and come back in the game. Still singing, though, Cape United fans. I think I still believe that their team is good enough. But it has been a very good watch right here from the National Sports Stadium.
Football here at the National Sports Stadium. Exciting is an understatement of what was happening here. Scotland on their first rodeo here at the National Sports Stadium. They managed to collect 3 maximum points. Knowledge from Sona finding it easier to find the back of the net. And now we're going to be having interviews. And first off is the winning manager, Norman Mapesa. Coach, congratulations on what has been a fantastic outing here at the National Sports Stadium.
Yeah, look, I think those 2 early goals, they really started our nerves. It wasn't an easy game at all. But look, we looked very, very, very organized defensively. We looked very, very organized. I knew second half they were going to come. So what was important was for us to have that structure in terms of defending. Well done to the boys. They worked so hard, you know, coming from Blawai, like I said before, managing to get 3 points. And again today, massive 6 points we've collected in these past 2 games. And well done to the boys, you know, taking anything out from Cape United. I think they gave us some anxious moments. But look, like I said, defensively, I think we looked very solid today.
And then, Coach, at some points, maybe you could have scored more. Are you worried about not having put more, or maybe that performance is not exactly you wanted to see?
No, I said it before. We don't need 10 clear-cut chances or 10 half chances for you to win the game. Those 2 opportunities we got, we managed to bury them, and I'm happy with that.
And then, of course, the plan going forward, what is it for Norman Mapesa and Scotland?
It's about the club. The club have got objectives. For me as a coach, I also have objectives, but I'll take the first objective for the club first. Then we are going to work towards those objectives and then see what happens in the coming 2 games.
And then congratulations, Coach, on the 3 points.
Thank you.
Amazing. So that was Norman Mapesa for Scotland. He says he's impressed. Defensively, they were solid. Defensively, they were sound. Happy that they collected 6 points. 1 game at Chicken in a way in Papa-Fuse in Blawayo. And coming back to this historic opening of the National Sports Stadium, where they've managed to play against Cape United, a team in fine form as well. But it hasn't been easy for Cape United. And now we are going to be talking to the assistant coach, Ian Bakala. Coach, This is your home ground. You have played here. You're expecting a win. What went wrong for Caps United this afternoon?
Oh, thank you very much. I think we considered easy goals. We made the game easy for them after conceding those 2 goals. But I think we have got a lot of work to do. These games like this, one chance can win you a game. Yeah, we had. I think we are the first ones to have those chances. We could have converted them, but unfortunately. But all in all, we just have to go back and work more extra hard.
And then 4 games now that Caps United has managed to win. Does it worry you as you are going forward, reaching to the halfway point of the season?
Yeah, it's worrying because we started very well, and looking at games like this made you win championship, you see, and conceding the way we conceded, and games like this, when you score 2 quick goals, you make it easy for your team. But for us, it was very hard for us to come up, despite having some chances, but we just have to go and focus on the next game.
Okay, then all the best in your next games, coach.
Thank you.
Amazing. So that was Ian Bakala, the assistant coach for Caps United. It hasn't been easy for them. They conceded 2 early goals. He says they made it easier for Scotland to pounce on them. That has been amazing, and thank you for watching wherever you are here. Remember, it is a game that has been brought to you live by ZBC. So until next time, it's a goodbye. We switch over to the studio. The men of the match, some fantastic footballers, some fantastic performances. And the man is Panashe Mutimba Nyoka, the man who joins the jersey number 28, playing on the right wing for Scotland. Good game, Panashe. Man of the match. How do you feel? Uruzwa say. Were you expecting to Nasi Ndione the man of the match? Scotland has been playing well. Murugona Bora, and you're there on the score sheet. What is the man of the match?
Nasi nofungidzira man of the match. As is feeling a good Nasi ndichatama nandinayo. Feeling a good ndichapa good stuff. And
then now that you are the man of the match, how do you feel as you're about to be given your award? Uruguzwa say.
I do my best feelings, actually.
So now that is Panashe Mtimba receiving his Man of the Match award from Lucky Bet. Are you feeling lucky? He is definitely feeling lucky, and is looking into the cameras as well. So that is prize money worth $200, and congratulations to him, star player here at the reopening of the National Sports Stadium.
So that's how the Caps United cookie crumbled. They lost their 2-0 to a supercharged Scotland. And, well, all 3 of us didn't get it right. But Uche, I mean, deserved result for Scotland.
Yeah, congratulations.
See the highlights.
Yeah, congratulations to Scotland for picking the 3 points after picking those 3 key points away from home last week. And now they've picked. I think they have the momentum, but the Caps United, the trajectory is not good. In the past 4 games, they've managed 3 draws, which is 3 out of 12 possible points, a success rate of 25%. So homework for Caps United.
Homework for Caps United. And Coach Bex, quickly, your last words.
Yes, I think for Scotland, they are creating a lot of chances, and those when you create chances, there are high chances of getting goals, and they've managed to get 2 goals. And for Caps United, as their head coach have indicated, there is a lot of work to be done because they were really exposed. So the next assignment is to try to correct the mistakes and keep up with the top teams.
Right, that's it. You know what? We've now got 4 teams on 28 points at the top, joint top. That's Hard Rock, Caps United, Hard Rock, Caps United, Hard Rock, Scotland, Caps United, and the Rentals, These are the final scores from right round the country. Highlanders 2, FC Hunters 1. ZPC Kariba 1, Chicken Inn 0, FC Platinum 0, Rentals 1, Tel 1 0, Agama 1, Simba Bora 1, Triangle United 1. Well, that's just about it. We will leave you watching the highlights of this game. Very exciting first half it was from everybody from the ZBC TV sports crew, fronted by our producers, Bevan Shinurai, Stuart Shoriwa, Tinashe Manyoni, and Gina Gwanzura. Yes, we say, remember to take care of your loved ones and each other. I'm Charles, legendary CNN Mabika. Until we meet again, it's bye-bye for now.
Kubatana nebudiriro View number 3 sutoita chisungo Chakama yezanyika ikangutsikana Chisungo mwaganga isu tatenderana Vamananga patungamira itende Hakuna dungu richazana Nyika inobakwa nevene vayo Nyika inotungwa nevene vayo Kurula kukomana na shubuku